Hello YouTube, onto my channel Anna Bella, and today I'm going to be reviewing Diana the musical. A strange choice for somebody who loathes anything Diana related. I've avoided the terrible documentaries, I've avoided the terrible straight to TV movies, I have watched The Crown, but that's really more about the life of Elizabeth I and the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip. Diana the musical. Let's get to the review. Woohoo! Okay, why did I suddenly decide to watch Netflix's Diana musical? I've avoided the bad TV movies, I've avoided the bad documentaries, I haven't avoided The Crown because that's Elizabeth II and Prince Philip's story really about them and their family. Diana just happens to be sort of a side character. I know, shocking, but it's the Queen and Prince Philip's story, The Crown, because it's about the Crown. She's going to come up. Moving swiftly on from that, I really enjoyed the musical. One, because I actually think Diana would have liked it because she liked musicals. Two, it was also under 2 hours. And three, it didn't blame anybody. Everybody got their say. The press got their say. Lady Diana Spencer got her say. Prince Charles got his say. Camilla got her say. Tom Parker Bowles got his say. James Hewitt got his say. The Queen got her say. Prince Philip didn't because he's not in it, though there is a lovely section where the Queen is singing about how she was just an officer's wife in Malta. Nice tribute to a recently deceased royal. The Queen Mother was missing, not included. And the big reason is why on earth did Diana and Charles marry? And the simple reason is the British royal family didn't actually have strong links with the English aristocracy at all. Lady Diana Spencer was the youngest daughter of Earl Spencer. She had a really poor education and she was only 19. Charles by this point was in his 30s. The Queen Mother, who is not in this musical, had Lady Diana Spencer's grandmother, biological grandmother, as her lady-in-waiting, not Barbara Carlson, the author of the books, because that's her stepmother's mother. Moving swiftly on, Diana has two mothers, one biological who left the family for her lover and caused divorce and left Diana with trauma, and her second stepmother who she didn't really get on with. There are some documentaries about that I haven't watched. I don't really want to. You can know too much. Anyway, the Queen Mother and Lady Diana Spencer's grandmother hatched a plan. She was an English rose of good, noble British English stock that the royal family needed. At this time, the Scottish aristocracy had a really good strong link in the royal family via the Queen Mum. The royal family didn't have strong links with the English aristocracy at this time. Diana was the perfect vessel to have the English aristocratic blood in the royal family that it needed. Voila! That is why. One of the reasons I think a lot of people sort of hear about Diana and Charles arranged marriage and go, really? Why? And it's like, one, Prince of Wales needed to marry a virgin. Two, she had to be unknown to the British public. And three, she had to have no past. It's really, really strange. We are so lucky that William is not Prince of Wales, so he had more choice over who he could marry. Prince of Wales really cuts it down. Even the Queen had certain rules for what she could and could not marry with regarding Charles's choice. Camilla, unfortunately, yes, she was from good English stock, but she'd flirted with too many men. She had too many boyfriends and was not considered a suitable future bride, because a suitable future bride had to be a suitable future queen. They wanted somebody that they could mould, and they thought a 19-year-old would work. Yes, this is what happens when two grandmothers get together and plan your grandson's wedding. And the Queen was just sort of like, oh, okay, do you like it, Charles? And Charles was like, well, aye. And Camilla supported it, and yeah, whole thing is a mess. But what I liked about the musical is everybody got their say. Press, family, Charles, Diana. And it's interesting that they refer to the two children, William and Henry, because Prince Harry's actual name is Henry. We've never called him that, but his name on his birth certificate is actually Henry, not Harry. Harry is a nickname. Moving swiftly on, they're just referred to as the boys, and that's really important because that's something that Diana and Charles both did, because it was to protect them. Because as soon as you start separating your heir from your spare, you're going to have problems vis-a-vis 2020 and Megxit, but I'm not getting into that. I really liked Diana, the musical by Netflix. It was short, it got to the point, and it summed it all up. Everybody else hated it. It won lots of Razzies, but it was punchy. It didn't blame anyone, and actually it was a great way of allowing people to experience the Charles and Diana story without sort of having a load of blame or misinformation, and actually allowing the characters to have their own points of view, like the Queen offering, actually you may need your royal protection because they hound you, and Diana's saying, no, if I'm going to leave, I don't want the royal protection. Hence, that is the standard for any senior member of the royal family who decides to leave. Now, not the Duke of Windsor. What happened to Diana is the plate for Megxit, is the example for Megxit. I mean, it's not a great one, but you've also got to understand the time, the 1980s. We didn't have the events management that we have today. So at William's birth, there were actually members of the public able to go up and kiss Prince Charles. They didn't have the barriers. So because of this, the royal family was learning PR and how to manage expectations. So you were actually able to get far closer to the royals than you can do now on a walkabout, because you have to remain behind a barrier. In the past, in the 1980s, they didn't have the barriers there. They had to put those in to protect not only the public from themselves, but also the royalty from the public. Anyway, moving swiftly on, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give it 5 out of 5. I don't care about the Razzies. It had good songs. It reflected everybody's point of view really well, though I would have liked to have seen more about Dodie, but actually I liked it ending where it ended, at Diana leaving the palace with her hopes and dreams for the future. Obviously we know what's going to happen, but Diana didn't. Prince Charles did not know that his ex-wife was going to die in a car crash in France. Nobody could have predicted that. It was not on the cards. And that is really important. It shocked everybody. That's why the royal family were up in Balmoral with shock, because they weren't expecting it to happen. The British public weren't expecting it to happen. The world was not expecting it to happen. It just shows you anybody can die in a car crash. Like that. As they say in the Ghost musical, life spins on a dime. I always like musicals. But it did what it did, this musical. It told the story, it told it really well and very effectively, to be absolutely honest, and it highlighted her contribution to a range of charities, particularly AIDS and landmines and various others, but it showed that in a good way, and that's something that I think that with all the fluffle around the royal family, their work, their charity work actually gets lost, and that's the most important thing. And that's what I like about Princess Anne, because she's like, actually I'm here to talk to bin men today and learn about their job and see how they are. It's not about me, it's about the service, which is really important. One of the things that you can say against Princess Diana is sometimes, was it her needs over the needs of everybody else? Yes, she was very caring and very intuitive, but did that take precedence, or did the press just see her as a fashion clothes horse? Oh, she's a pretty woman with nice legs, we'll stick her in a nice dress and she can stand talking to some orphans. To an audience in 2022, that really does rub the wrong way on so many levels. But we live and we learn. I enjoyed the Netflix musical, do check it out. I found it very enjoyable and relatable, as much as you possibly can. Anyway, that's the end of my review. I hope you enjoyed my review of Diana the Musical by Netflix. Please like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to click the little notification bell for my latest videos. Stay tuned and stay safe wherever you are.